All right, so one of the philosophies that's important is to work your 5 to 9 just as hard as you work your 9 to 5. Meaning, you want to put just as much energy into your own business than you are to a corporation that's making money hand over fist. Which I understand the concept of work, the corporate structure. I understand that. Mm-hmm. But if you want to possess a level of freedom as yourself, where you can, on a Wednesday just go fishing and still get paid.
Yeah.
Because you have your contracts, you have your contract jobs running itself. You have your rental properties paying you a passive income, mm-hmm. and you have the freedom to go and eat lunch with your kid, or whatever it is. Yeah, whatever your passion is, let real estate fund that passion.
That's the vehicle, maybe.
It's the vehicle for that. Yes.
That's deep, Greg.
Yes.
I don't think about that stuff. You help me bring me back to reality.
You're living the dream. Yeah, you're living the dream. Absolutely.
When I go eat lunch with my kids, I don't think about this stuff.
You just see it like, I'm just eating with my kid.
I don't, dude.
Ask 100 people that. I can't work, I can't get off, I ain't got vacation. Yeah. It's just reality.
Wow, man. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, bro.
So thank you for being an inspiration.
You gotta live it.
Yeah.
You gotta live it.
Yeah.
What do you think about the fact of another book I was reading? A man attracts not what he wants, but a man will attract what he is. What do you think about that philosophy? A man will attract not what he wants, but what he is.
Well, first of all, when you're thinking about attraction, your mind is basically like a magnet to what you think. So if you're if you're thinking negative thoughts, that's what will manifest, because what you think about comes into the physical. Mm-hmm. So if you're thinking positive, that same concept will manifest positivity. So you choose the thoughts that you allow to act and move on.
So what you choose, because I hate to tell my newbies that we're in the transformation business. Well, personally, I'm in the they think I'm in the real estate business, coaching or real estate coaching. I'm really in the transformation, that their mind business, because they think they can just go hit a button. I wanted to talk to you about this Timothy Ferriss thing, 4-hour work week, and we'll get into the wholesaling business. And you do prescribe to the 4-hour work week in your wholesaling.
For sure, yes.
All right, now tell me, but you still have the skill to talk to people. Some people just want to sit back behind a computer, hit a button, and be done with it.
No, that won't work.
So tell me about that, Greg, with your wholesaling and stuff.
So with wholesaling, if you really are an antisocial person, you still can be successful.
Okay.
Because when you're wholesaling, there's different strategies where, for example, online auctioning. You can get a property, lock it up online, send it to DocuSign to the seller. You have it locked up. Mm-hmm. Market to your potential buyers, another contract locked up. You take those documents to your title company, and they cut you a check. That's the truth. You don't have to really run across anybody.
Okay, gotcha. That's going to be on regarding wholesaling.
Wholesaling, yes.
Give it to our viewers one more time, Greg.
So, of course, as you all know by following Chris's work, wholesaling. So that's the concept of locking properties up and flipping the interest. So basically, you don't have to physically necessarily be there to get a check from wholesaling, because you can do it all virtually.
When you say locking it up, for viewers who don't know that,
putting on a contract. So when you put a property on a contract, you want to have it and/or signs, which gives you the equitable interest to market it to other investors.
Yep.
So you want to lock it up, meaning put it on a contract, which is a one-page simple purchase agreement, mm-hmm. and that's pretty much it. The buyer information, seller information. That's a bonding agreement, and you do the same thing on the other end. Just have an assignment agreement, assigning your interest that you've tied the property up for, and you make the difference.
Gotcha. And you get paid from linking them up.
That's it.
So you're cool with the 4-hour work with this whole internet thing? You're
not necessarily me. I'm more so, I'm like I said with rehabbing. You deal with contractors, title companies. You deal with people. You're trying to interact to grow your business. So it's important for you to be able to communicate with people.
So you're saying that you can do both of them if you want to be the computer person behind the screen?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
You can do both, yeah. If you want to do both, that's definitely a possibility.
Well, what do you think about losing bandwidth? Evan Pagan says you lose the less you interact with people, you lose that bandwidth of being able to actually do it. Being behind the computer every day.
But let's be honest though. Like, even with social media, Facebook and
That's true.
It's not personal. Seeing somebody on Facebook, it's more so.
It's not.
The real caveat is the interaction with human to human.
That's right, bro.
So we need to do more of that in general.
Period. Yeah.
Period. So honestly, man, however, Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, he said work to your strengths. So if you're not a social person, don't force it because it wouldn't look good.
Gotcha.
If you're more behind the scenes,
natural.
utilize that to your maximum potential.
Gotcha.
And you'll be happier in the process.
That's smart. Great, you're dropping some nuggets on us. You brought us some nuggets, bro.
You gotta drop them.
So lifestyle, we were talking about that a minute ago. Tell me a little bit about your lifestyle working full time and how you said you weave it in. Tell me how you weave it in. You said you got other people looking for deals.
Yeah, so I work at, right. A lot of outsource.
I see that.
But honestly,
young guys.
Yeah, man, we got the energy. But you young too though. But so I work at the shipyard, and I work there during the daytime. So luckily, there's like 50,000 people there. So I do a lot of networking just through interacting with people alone there.
Yeah.
But somebody got a aunt that passed away or whatever, that's trying to sell a house, or a lot of the interaction going on. Yeah, and I work for the newspaper for the union, so
that's right.
a little recognition with that, with the membership, so it makes it a little easier with that.
Your face is kind of
more, yeah,
okay.
Right. So so with that, and along with all of that, is basically I have investor-friendly agents who send leads.
Okay.
That may be a deal.
All right.
And then I'll get out when I get off of work. I'll meet the seller at the property.
Okay.
Do my inspection. There's like basically making sure that the estimate repairs are feasible to when I wholesale it to an end buyer. Everything will pretty much already be structured, like the purchase price, what the repair cost to be, and what the ARV, what the after repair value is, for if you don't know.
ARV is an acronym that we investors use.
Yeah.
Haskins.
Yeah, Haskins. I heard it first time I heard that. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. So once I get all those numbers, I go to the property after work. And most people working anyway, so it works out perfect. I meet them around 4:30, 5 o'clock
Gotcha.
at the property, and then tie it up and kind of go from there.
Nice, man.
Pick the check up.
I like that.
That's the favorite. That's my favorite part.
So you're working, and then you're going to look at how. So you're basically working during the day, and you're working during the evening.
Yeah, it doesn't stop. Yeah, 24 hours.
Y'all hear that, guys? This man is working, guys. This stuff ain't easy. I mean,
No.
when Greg said before, I wanted this section to be real estate ain't easy, but Greg said he didn't want people to think that real estate wasn't necessarily easy.
Right. I mean, because it's attainable. It's all on how hungry you are for it. So anything you want to do, it's not going to be hard because it's something that you're trying to attain and grind for every day.
Okay.
You're passionate for it. So it's not easy, I wouldn't say, but it's attainable.
Gotcha. So it is obtainable. All right, so you guys, if you're watching, Greg is working. There is no reason for you to not be able to work. Well, you know what, Greg? You do have a little advantage, though. You don't have kids, rugrats running around with younger kids that you gotta go be.
It's coming.
And hey,
I'm 31. I got a beautiful girl. Like, we're looking, moving forward in our relationship. So I'm excited about that. That's another transition. Whereas, as a family man, it's for me being, 31 and, kind of working, it's a transition. So you have to have a good partner too.
Talk about that, Greg. I'm blessed. I'll tell you, the best decision I had was marrying my wife.
Oh my goodness, man. I got the best woman in the world, man.
Thank you. Tell us how important that is for you.
It's everything. If you're not with a woman that supports you, you can cancel it.
Good.
If y'all playing tug of war, the rope will break. And it won't last. So y'all have to be on the same page. And that's another whole episode.
Yeah, that's another episode. But I want to at least talk about that. I know a lot of people that have challenging relationships, and I'm not one of them.
Right.
I mean, we do have our challenges, but it's not like, who doesn't?
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, man, my wife has been the best for me, and I'm hearing the same for you.
Yeah.
So for our viewers, I know you said it's important, but people that are choosing a mate, is that something that they need to consider?
It's paramount because their responsibility of being in the real estate, it has its ups and downs. So financially, it has its peaks and it has its valleys. So you have to be with somebody that's willing to sustain and fill those gaps when things are down. And vice versa, when things are great, you're going shopping as much as you want to go, whatever you want to do, So it's like, it's just having that balance, and just having that ability to make each person's life easier and accommodate for each other. That's all it
Nice.
pretty much is.
Nice, Greg. I like the way you're putting it together, brother. You got some ministry going on in here.
Oh yeah, man. It's in me. It's in the core, man. It's crazy.
So Patrick David talks about being a successful entrepreneur. You need to be master recruiters. And I know it's so important in real estate, but how has that affected you in your real estate business?
It's been everything. Because the more people I teach or at least introduce to real estate, i.e. wholesaling or whatever, it always works out because they'll ask me the question, hey Greg, I got me something that's down here, what I do? Oh, what we can do is we can lock it up.
There you go.
And I'm gonna flip it, I'm gonna use my cash buyer, we split the profits down the middle.
Nice.
And we're good. And then I'll teach you in the whole process, but the more people you tell about it, the further you cash your net out, the more you can receive back because you'll be the point of reference to when they ask questions about real estate. Nice. So I just do a lot of that. That's all I pretty much do. Anybody who, I get tons of messages through my messenger.
I know, Facebook, you know.
Both of them. Yeah, like just asking like, hey man, I want to get involved. All right, well cool, let's link. If they take the next step, I know they're serious. And we can have a conversation and then the next step, well here's what's going on. If you want to, it kind of progresses into a great relationship because a lot of people got money.
Yeah.
They just don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And with real estate, strategy. So I can park your money into an investment that'll yield you, 15, 20% returns or whatever. Don't quote me on it, but whatever.
Watch out with that.
No, we'll work out the return. But it'll be performing much higher than any other type of investment strategy.
Yeah.
Like just leave your money in your savings and see what you'll yield.
Zero inflation. Yeah,
right.
Some inflation.
With inflation to go up 3% a year. So
Jay Morrison says we have a strategy problem, not a money problem.
Exactly. I agree. I love Jay Morrison too, by the way.
Greg, I told myself years ago that if I had 5 cents for every time somebody told me they were going to wait till they got the money to get into real estate, we're just going to wait till I got the money. What is your take on that philosophy?
Disagree 100%. Because with strategies that real estate has, you don't need money, essentially. You don't need, with wholesaling, all you have to do is lock a property up. And a lot of times I don't do EMDs when I lock it up.
Well, when you're buying it.
Earnest money deposit when I'm buying it. So you don't really need necessarily money, especially if you're putting yourself in a position where you're going to these free meetings, these free
buyers are already there.
Buyers are already there. Even going to the courthouse steps, meeting buyers.
That's a secret. That's a good one, Greg.
You give it away.
Yeah, that's good. Give it away.
Yeah, right. Man. Yeah, courthouse steps. It just is ways to market for buyers and sellers that doesn't cost money. Once you find those two unique needs, you can match them together and make your money for free.
Good for you, Greg. I'm glad you said that. So that, Greg, you're hearing it. When people see me say it, they say, yo, you know what? You've been doing this forever, man. It's just, I mean, you're already so long, basically. Right. I'm like, I like to hear other people say it.
Yeah.
Because it makes it more valid.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
All right, Greg. This is all I got, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Brother.
Thank you so much. And thank y'all for, I've been following Kris for years and a great mentor of mine. And I think it's an honor to be here. Thank you so much, man.
All right. This is the first edition of, what do we call it? The Real Estate Reality.
Reality.
All right. We'll see you next time, guys.